The conclusion here, I have said this since before, long before this ever broke out between her and Justin Baldoni. Blake Lively is not a good person, that she has proven herself not to be a kind person.
On Blake Lively's claims that she was allegedly harassed by this guy when they shot the movie, It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence. And was Justin didn't harass Blake. Blake was interested in wresting control of this movie away from Justin, who was the director and the producer. She was just an actress in it.
I know for a fact that the mainstream media will lie and they will smear on behalf of their powerful friend. I believe in due process, which is why I always read the facts of the case before accepting the media narrative.
There's just so much more to this story, and the media's already like self-flagellating. Oh, we were too mean to Blake. And now you see text messages from Blake Lively comparing herself. She's the mother of dragons in Game of Thrones, that she too has her dragons, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift.
That they were plotting with the New York Times for months to smear him. And there may be some important evidence.
All right, guys. So allegedly, Megyn Kelly just proved that Blake Lively probably bribed a judge. Yes, bribe a judge after her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni was dismissed. Specifically, Justin Baldoni's lawsuit of $400 million in defamation and extortion was dismissed by Judge Lightman, I think today or yesterday. So it's pretty crazy, and it's probably because, you know, she did a little backroom deal with the judge. I think so, because like, how does this? We also have evidence. How's that not sufficient evidence? You know what I mean?
So in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, he accuses Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively of colluding with the New York Times. Do you guys remember what the article was actually entitled that they actually released on 12/21? We can bury anyone inside a Hollywood smear machine.
But, you know, let's be honest, this isn't just about Blake and Justin anymore. It's about how far someone will go to rewrite their own narrative, you know, because this isn't just a celebrity feud. It's turning into a public trial by fire. And right in the middle of all of it, you know, we got Megyn Kelly out here dropping some receipts. So, you know, how do we get here? Let's rewind a bit, track every dirty move, and let's see what got us to this crazy point. So on December 20, 2024, that's when, you know, everything began. Blake Lively officially filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department accusing Justin Baldoni of crossing major professional boundaries during filming. And the allegations were hostile work environment, unwanted intimacy, improvised scenes that pushed the line, repeated physical contact without consent, and the big one, you know, her personal and emotional space being invaded. And she didn't stop there. Just 11 days later, after that, on New Year's Eve, Lively filed a federal lawsuit. She wasn't just making noise. She was out there going for blood, boy. And in that filing, she detailed what she described as harassment, psychological trauma, and retaliation.
From Armie Hammer, who got fired from Gossip Girl because he said during a dinner that she was a bitch, regarding Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, when I just recognized that they are up on their high horses and that they potentially treat people very bad.
Now suddenly what looked like a celebrity partnership on the screen turned into an all-out legal war. You know, and the movie did great, which is amazing too, to think about. But Justin Baldoni didn't stop there. He fired back with a lawsuit that was even worse, you know. On January 16, 2025 of this year, Baldoni hit Lively with a $400 million countersuit. But he didn't just target her, he dragged in Ryan Reynolds and Lively's publicist, accusing them all of defamation, extortion, and privacy violation. The countersuit was pretty crazy, and alleged Lively was orchestrating a media ambush, weaponizing the press, and trying to ruin reputations with carefully timed leaks and twisted facts. That's when the story went from a workplace dispute to a full-blown Hollywood showdown, baby. And Megyn Kelly didn't just jump into the ring. She bulldozed her way in here. On her show, she locked her sights on Blake Lively and didn't flinch, called her a serial fraudster and a manipulator and all that stuff. And I'll probably show some clips of Kelly talking about this stuff here.
Okay, and that's largely due to the fact that she is a modern feminist, and so she has to create struggle where there just isn't any. Okay.
And Kelly also accused Lively of hijacking a narrative. She pointed out that Megyn Kelly, that Blake Lively allegedly doctored communications behind the scenes, control tactics, and what she described as Lively's obsession with reshaping public perception. But what's even crazier than that, Kelly suggested Lively's entire lawsuit wasn't just a smokescreen, or was just a smokescreen, a brand play, a PR chess move to deflect from a failed film, fracture reputation, and internal chaos. And Kelly didn't stop at the court case. She dug into Lively's past, her failed lifestyle brand, her icy red carpet demeanor. She compared her to Amber Heard, not because of the same allegations, but because of the alleged strategy to control the press, weaponize sympathy, flip the narrative, and in Kelly's words, it was textbook manipulation. I think Kelly knew exactly what she was doing. She wasn't just tearing Lively down. She was building a foundation, one rumor, one accusation at a time, until the public didn't see Lively as a victim at all. They saw her as a schemer. And once that image set in, the next twist was, inevitable.
Not seen a case so open and shut in my life, and the more that I read and the more details that I get into, I'm just shocked at how many lies were told, okay?
It wasn't just another red carpet moment. The Time 100 Gala was supposed to be a celebration of global influence and cultural impact, but this year they showcased Lively as being one of the top 100 influential persons of the world. And also during that event, Megyn Kelly was there, and with Blake Lively, they were standing like a few feet from each other, which was crazy. And Kelly tore into Lively's inclusion on the list before the night even ended. On her show, she mocked it as a ridiculous joke, questioning what Lively had actually done to deserve the title of an influential figure. And then she dropped the real bomb. Kelly accused Lively of weaponizing the Me Too movement for clout, calling her legal campaign faked and scripted. Her exact words were that Lively had no influence and was using the justice system as a publicity engine. But here's what made it nuclear. It wasn't said in the studio. It happened while both women were walking the same carpet. Yeah, there was an interview where Megyn Kelly was saying all this stuff. And, Megyn Kelly didn't just disagree. She basically hijacked the optics of a major global platform to undermine Lively's entire credibility. And right after that moment, just hours after the gala, the bribery rumor exploded. It wasn't just about Lively being a manipulator anymore. It became about something darker, more dangerous, more permanent. People started whispering. And, basically the shift of that was pretty crazy. It was immediate, really. One day, Kelly is calling her a fraud. The next, influencers and bloggers are suddenly posting headlines like Megyn Kelly uncovers bribe scandal in Blake Lively court case, which is crazy. So now let's talk the reality. No evidence was ever released, no court filings, no judicial statements, no mention of any alleged bribery in public records. Not one single document confirmed the claim, but why would it be confirmed, right? Why would that even be something because then the judge would be implemented and all that stuff. So I'm sure no one will really be saying that out loud, but if all the court documents are legal, or straight, nothing's really going on, so how do we even know this is true or not? But I think possibly it could be just because we know how Hollywood works. All the same judges, it's the same judges, the same lawyers as Amber Heard. All these people know each other. It's all a game, really. And we know, and we've heard from Justin Baldoni's lawyer that he doesn't go to court. He just likes to settle this in this arena. He just likes to do that. So we know all this stuff. So we know that these people play with each other. They know each other. At the end of the day, it's probably more of a show for us than anything, I think. And yeah, so I think it's pretty crazy what's going on here. But this rumor didn't just come out of nowhere. Someone made this up, or put this out there. And it could be Justin Baldoni's team. It could be Megyn Kelly's team out here just trying to help out Justin Baldoni, so I don't know exactly what's going on here, but this definitely is gonna destroy Blake Lively's career, because even though this is true or not, this destroys her credibility, but probably not in court, but definitely in the public arena, in interviews on red carpets and in every studio boardroom where executives can now wonder, can we afford to be associated with her? And I think Megyn Kelly knew this. She didn't just prove. Apologize for that. I'm not sure if you heard my dog in the background, but yeah. Anyways, and I think Megyn Kelly knew all this stuff. I think she didn't need the proof. She just wanted momentum. And we know Megyn Kelly and the lawyer of Baldoni. Megyn Kelly has Baldoni's lawyer on retainer. Sorry, that took a minute to get out, but he has her on retainer. So, are they working together? I don't know. But even if the judge never comments on it, even if Kelly walks it back, even if no evidence ever emerges, Lively still loses, because when your image is your currency, even the illusion of a scandal can bankrupt, your future. So where do things stand now? According to the current docket, the federal trial between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is tentatively scheduled for March 9th, 2026. That means both sides have months of legal jousting ahead. Motions, depositions, subpoenas, and maybe even settlement talks. But as of now, they're both locked in. Blake Lively has already filed to dismiss Baldoni's $400 million countersuit, which has been approved. As now, we're just waiting to see if Baldoni is gonna fight that back. Because if he does nothing as of now, then it's just really the court date of March 26th, I think, or March 9th for next year, and it's just gonna be the Blake Lively claims of her saying that Baldoni harassed her and all this good stuff. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy year for sure. I think we haven't seen the best parts yet. I think this is gonna get crazier. So like this claim that Kelly's allegedly saying that the judge has been bribed is crazy. We currently don't have any evidence for that, but to say it's possible is a lie. I think it's definitely possible, because we know how these circles work here. There's definitely like, hey, the lawyer saying something like, hey, dude, like, I have this real estate deal coming up. You want in? Like, we know how that works. I'm from Vegas, so like I know how that works over there. Like I started a business over there too, so I know how it works over there. A lawyer, so it's crazy out here. So we'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. Like, I think it's gonna get even worse and even crazier, and every time there's a new update, I'll make sure to give you guys a video and get you guys updated on what's going on, because I think this is only started. So I'll see you guys on the next one.